Welcome to the Paraprofessional Training Series. For each webinar, you can access the handouts by clicking on the link in the Webinar Handouts box. Before you begin, please pause now to download or print the handouts that will be used for this part of the series. This is part 1 of the Paraprofessional Training Series. In this webinar, the following topics will be covered. What is the role of the paraprofessional? What are the general responsibilities of a paraprofessional? This is a multi-part series offered for paraprofessionals. Verification of orientation training necessary for each paraprofessional to perform duties as assigned is present. The federal regulations, the Missouri State Plan, and the Missouri Office of Special Education Compliance Standards and Indicators indicate that each paraprofessional, even those who hold a teaching certificate, is required to have 15 clock hours of training within 6 months of hire, including orientation and initial training prior to working with the student. A minimum 10 clock hours each school year thereafter is also required. Part 1 of this series will provide information about paraprofessionals' major responsibilities in the educational setting and roles and responsibilities of paraprofessionals as critical members of the educational team. Please take a moment to make sure you have the handouts listed on the screen available for your use throughout the webinar. During the course of this training, you will be directed to pause the webinar to review and reflect on the content or activities using these handouts. Upon completion of each activity, click Play and continue. Who is a paraprofessional? The term paraprofessional is defined in the Every Student Succeeds Act, ESSA, and in the 2004 reauthorization of the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, IDEA. ESSA says the term paraprofessional, also known as paraeducator, includes an education assistant and instructional assistant. IDEA allows paraprofessionals who are appropriately trained and supervised according to state policy and federal regulations to assist in the provision of special education and related services. Each state is required to establish and maintain qualifications to assure paraprofessionals are appropriately and adequately trained. Paraprofessionals are school employees who can increase learning opportunities by giving students opportunities to practice skills, providing students with more individualized instruction, and supporting behavior intervention plans, BIP. All of this is done under the supervision of a licensed, certified professional. The major responsibility for the paraprofessional is to contribute to an effective team environment that supports student learning. The job of the paraprofessional has many roles. The work performed will vary depending upon policies and job assignments. Collaboration, getting people to work together in a way that furthers the goals of everyone in the room. The interdependent working relationship of the paraprofessional, teacher, and principal is often like a jigsaw puzzle. Collaboration between all stakeholders is key for student success. Collaboration leads to defining the differences in responsibilities and expectations for the paraprofessional. As you prepare, your responsibility is to stay informed about the students' needs, ask questions for clarification, and ask for opportunities to learn. Please pause the webinar at this time. Using a separate sheet of paper, reflect on the following questions. Make sure that you are aware of the answers. When the teacher is absent, what is my responsibility to the class? Will I be assigned duties outside of the classroom? Will I be working with more than one teacher? Am I expected to attend staff meetings and school activities? What other questions do I have? Handout 1 can be printed with more specific questions. Keep in mind, paraprofessionals are not in the classroom to make sure the student never fails. No one can succeed at independence if they are never allowed to fail, struggle, or make wrong choices. The goal is to support students with disabilities and their independence and interdependence in the school and in the community. What types of roles do paraprofessionals have in a school day? Here are some roles that a paraprofessional might have while at school. The Missouri State Plan for Special Education states that a paraprofessional is there to assist with the implementation of IEPs under the direction of the teacher. They are to prepare materials as directed by the teacher to support the needs of the student, meet the physical needs of the students. Also remember, when asked to assist with student supervision, the Missouri Office of Special Education Standards and Indicators state that supervision of students is to be by a properly certificated teacher appropriate for the setting. Pause now and complete handout number 2. Licensed and certified teachers are responsible for the development and planning of instruction for students. The teacher will design instruction based on the individual needs of the student as outlined in his or her IEP. You will be asked to work collaboratively with the teacher. Your primary role is to assist and support instruction that is planned by the teacher. At times, students require more intensive instruction for behavior modification. This guidance would be provided in their Behavior Implementation Plan, BIP. As with all instruction, delivery and implementation of the plan will be directed by the teachers. It is best to be aware of any antecedents that affect the student and if there is a reinforcement schedule to follow. Other ways to assist with the implementation of the IEP could be by collecting data. The teacher will determine the duration and type of data needed. You may also facilitate plans to promote acquisition of social skills, study skills, and independent living skills. You will provide this knowledge while working either independently or in small groups with the student. Follow teacher direction on how to prepare materials to accommodate and modify for the student's needs. There could be a variety of needs a paraprofessional may need to assist with, depending on the student, which may include, but is not limited to, escorting the student on and off the bus in common areas such as halls, lunch line, and assigned areas upon arrival at school, assisting the student with coats, book bags, and computers, supervising or performing tasks to help the student with personal hygiene, assist with supervision on the playground. Pause now and complete handout number 3. Be ready to explain your answers. Please keep in mind that the overarching goal for all students is for them to become independent and self-sufficient in any capacity. The goal is to support students and their independence and interdependence in the school and the community. Thinking about all the information that was presented in this webinar, use handout number 4 to reflect on your learning. Please pause the webinar at this time to complete this activity. Pause now and complete handout number 4. Missouri has been split into 9 regions. Each region has a Regional Professional Development Center, RPDC. The diverse staff of the RPDC provides a variety of professional development opportunities and services for K-12 schools both on and off campus. Each of these centers have staff trained in paraprofessional professional development. Please contact your teacher or leader and your supervisor for access to the resources available through these centers. This concludes part 1 of the Paraprofessional Training Series.